Three foods you should never refrigerate, and three you must keep cold. When it comes to food storage, there are certain foods that should never be refrigerated. Doing so can actually ruin their texture, their flavor, or even reduce their nutritional value. On the other hand, there are just as many foods that must be kept cold, or else they could spoil quickly or make you sick. So let's jump right in. The first food that you should never refrigerate is bread. When you put bread in the refrigerator, the moisture in the bread reacts with the cold temperatures, which causes the starches in the bread to become stiff and hard. Refrigerating coffee can actually dull its flavor and make it taste more bitter. Dairy products are made from milk, which is a perishable ingredient. That means that once the milk starts to spoil, the dairy product will go bad as well. By following these simple rules, you can help ensure that your food stays fresh, safe, and delicious. Do you have any other tips for food storage? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and happy cooking. To prevent spoilage, you should always refrigerate dairy products as soon as you get them home from the store. I know this one might be surprising, but hear me out. Eggs are a perishable food that can spoil quickly if they're left out at room temperature. To keep eggs fresh, you should refrigerate them as soon as you get them home from the store. Plus, you should always cook eggs thoroughly before eating them to kill any harmful bacteria. When you refrigerate potatoes, they undergo a process called retrograding. This makes the starch molecules in the potatoes revert back to their original state, making them hard and dry. Plus, refrigerating potatoes can also cause the formation of sugars, which can make them taste sweet when you cook them, which isn't always a good thing. Instead, you should store your potatoes in a cool, dark place at room temperature. This is because the cold temperature causes the oils in the coffee to solidify, which in turn affects the way that coffee brews. Instead, you want to store your coffee in a cool, dry place. If you live in a hot climate, you could refrigerate your coffee, but you should always bring it back to room temperature before brewing. This is why your bread may feel like a rock the next day after you take it out of the fridge. The solution is actually quite simple. Just store your bread at room temperature in a bread box or in a paper bag. The second food that you should never refrigerate is coffee. The third food that you should never refrigerate is potatoes. Now, let's talk about three foods that you must keep cold or else they could go bad quickly or make you sick. The first food that you need to keep cold is meat, poultry, and seafood. These foods are all perishable and can easily spoil if they're left out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. To keep these foods safe, you should always refrigerate them promptly. The second food that you need to keep cold is dairy products such as milk, cheese, and yogurt. The third food that you need to keep cold is eggs. So there you have it. Three foods that you should never refrigerate and three that you must keep cold.